0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just talk.
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is
feel?
that the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
I got scratches. I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of it.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're gonna
bring
Is that
the
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
How does this make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that the
feel?
one that put all those scratches on?
Mr. Perry, shut up. You absolutely don't make sense. Nothing you say makes any sense at all. But you got to look at your results. For 13 years, you don't get a date, and all your threats of, I'm going to get you, and I got pictures of you, just like he says, exactly like this Looney Tune cuckoo bird says. I'm going to get you, and I got pictures of you. Correct. Thank you for proving my assertion that you're a stalker, that you're not right in the head, that you're not looking at your results. You never get a date. You're getting told on. You've made a lot of people suffer. Here's the thing, Mr. Perry, Looney Tune cuckoo bird. You cause problems. You cause loss. You cause tragedy. You cause, creeping me out, creeping everybody out. The hair on the back of the neck stands on him when that guy walks in the room. He's creepy. You're disturbed. You make everybody sick at their stomach. So people don't like you. People don't like people that cause problems and loss and tragedy. No one likes you. So we get your code words. You and your little creepy guy corporation. Geppetto, Muffin Man. You guys use daycare code words. You got a corporation. I've been over the witness statement. Long as I've known Mr. Perry, he's not just a stalker. It's a lot worse than that. He's got organized crime going. You got money laundering, sex trafficking, all of that crap. You got cops all over you every minute, 24/7. And all that's happened is your crime is uncovered and dug up and uncovered and dug up, and you have no chance of a date at all. And he does this.
On your arm, you want to see the
Scratches?
I got scratches. I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of it.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you.
The allegations are stalking, which is a felony in the state of Oklahoma. It is so distasteful that it's a crime in all 50 states to stalk a woman. Voyeurism is a crime in all 50 states. It is so disgusting. All 50 states decided to make it illegal. You go to jail, you do that. Now, you've bought some cops, not our guys. Did you find those recordings, Mr. Perry? You get anybody to go, yeah, I'll take your money so that you can buy the recordings of you planning crime or committing crime that we're sitting on right now? We're going to hold them until we're ready to pull the plug. And you want to destroy them, which is a whole nother crime. Did you get anybody to offer you those? I don't think you did. I think we got more because you won't leave me the fuck alone. It's different when you do it to me. Right, Mr. Perry? Geppetto? Muffin Man? Right? You got that little daycare code words, Geppetto, Muffin Man is nicknames for somebody. Hansel and Gretel. We're going to Hansel and Gretel her. We're going to do the Ratatouille. We're going to do Rapunzel. We're going to do, what's the other one? Rumpelstiltskin. We're using the carrot and the stick on her. We're going to be a starver until she'll lie for us. Because nobody's caught the crime like she has. I have a team. I got help. Can't do it by myself, prissy pants. So the witness says, long as I've known Mr. Coercion, by the way, causing extreme duress, financially, economic abuse is part of domestic violence, sir. You're not right in the head. You're not all there, are you? So when he does it to me, all of a sudden everything changed. The witness says, as long as I've known Mr. Perry, he's got a peeping Tom problem. He can't get a real love life, so he pretends. And he'll patrol women. He'll travel and he won't tell Jackie what he's doing. Nobody knows what he's doing. He told me he trolls women. He'll find divorced women with kids. When they're not home, he'll have hidden cameras put in their home. He'll pay the landlord a little something, or buy the maintenance guy, or just flat break in. He'll get a key to the house so he can come and go as he wishes. He did it to me, so I can, after he testifies, sir, in your criminal trial, all I have to do is get on the stand and go, yeah, he's right, he did it to me. The witness is telling the truth, he did it to me. He'll take their home, gets them fired, puts hidden cameras in their house, he said. Broadcasts these women all over the dark web and sells watch time, using their bodies, their property, their utilities. He said he's a sex sadist, he's dysfunctional. He can't get off, he can't ejaculate unless he's causing somebody loss and harm. He's psychotic. I'm glad somebody's finally putting a stop to it, because I'm tired of sleeping with one eye open. I'm scared he's going to kill me. He came to me looking for a handout. He wanted me to invest in his company that does all this shit. The guy's a creepster. Bad. He's sicko. He's a sick, twisted motherfucker. So he says he'll get these women fired, then he'll have them lose their home, and then he has the ex take the kids away. He enjoys getting women upset and hysterical, so he can go, and I'm quoting the witness, rub one out. BTK, broke into people's homes, tortured, bound, and killed them, and then went and ejaculated in another room. You're a sex offender, allegedly. So we'll do the disclaimer. Use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law yet, but we sure have dug up a lot of shit he hid all his life. And $25 million didn't cover up fuck. That's what he paid out for that's part of what he paid out for a cover-up. He hasn't gotten it. And when he did it to me, all of a sudden everything changed. Now I have your code words. Muffin Man. You okay with that? Geppetto. Daycare code. This is like romper room with these guys. So, how'd you guys find each other? In a little creepy guy chat room or something? So the witness says he's ruining people's lives, blowing these kids up. You know, here they have a nice, stable home, a happy home. Mom's working, taking care of them. The family's getting along, supporting that. And all of a sudden, Perry comes around and blows it up with his crime. He's a sick fuck. And he can't control himself. Criminologists tell us, have low IQ and no self-control. I've never seen that be more true than you. Never seen it. And his only question, get this, guys, who told on me? Couldn't give a fuck about the child's life he just ruined. Couldn't give a fuck about the cop he just killed and his kids. Couldn't give a fuck about the cop he had framed and tried to kill. Doesn't give a fuck about any of that. Starves me to death every fucking day, barely making it by. When he's in jail, I'll have all my money back. I'll never be broke again, and I won't. He's trying to make me lie. I've said it over and over and over. The guy has Alzheimer's. Literally, you have to repeat yourself all the time. I mean, I worked in politics. I had a medical business, so I worked with surgeons, and I've never had to repeat myself. And with this bitch, you got to say the same thing every day, and he acts like he has no fucking idea what you just said. Doesn't know. We're talking over his head. He doesn't know, literally. We hear he's got Huntington's disease. He's got something, because nobody is this stupid and gets caught this much. And wants to, who told on me? 13 years, the bitch cannot get a date. There's no chance of that. He's repulsive. He's disgusting. Our shrink told the judge, if Cynthia's flat said, here's what I like in men, and here's what I don't like. He does everything she hates and can't figure out why she hates him. Every horrible, nasty, cruel thing he does it to her, day after day after day, and can't figure out why she doesn't like him. People don't like problems. They don't like tragedy. They don't like stress or the people that cause them. And you do nothing but. Jody Arrington's on the TV, Fox News, talking about his job as a congressman, United States congressman, while you sit on your fat, lazy ass perverting around, making problems and getting told on, and never the date. You'll never get a date with me, you disgusting little fuck. You're a job. And as many times as I've quoted you people, you can't tell them you're a job. By now, it's like every day. We just need her to apologize. We need her to lie for us. Hold your breath. I'll get right on that. You're a fucktard. It doesn't get any more fucktard than you. So they'll mess with me and then they get caught. And I'll quote what they just said. Like yesterday. Right? Use allegedly. I got to do this disclaimer before I forget. Use allegedly. Apply the but-for legal standard. But for Mr. Perry committing crime after crime after crime after crime against me, we wouldn't do podcasts to document it. It is used in your criminal case already. You invade my privacy, they invade yours. They need a court order, don't they? They got to get a court order, sir. So these podcasts are already used against you in a court of law. Apply the reasonable, prudent individual standard, and we assert all constitutional rights. Equal protection to the applications of all the laws against stalking, peeping, hacking, coercion, witness tampering, victim tampering, domestic violence, creepy, freaky Jason slasher killer type laws, grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce. We're going to starve her into a lie. Duly noted for the record. So, again, I guess yesterday, these guys are all, my guys are like, you got guys that work for Perry, him, and all these guys are sitting on pins and needles every day, all the time, waiting to see what you're going to do. Is she going to take the bait? And yesterday, Perry's typing in my phone, go to work, go to work, go to work. Well, we know if he coaxes, you better watch out. Like he coaxed Mike to Pensacola, Mike Neely, police officer of Manford that just took my vandalism complaint. Just took it. 6 days later, he's accused of murder. There's no way he could have committed. There's no possible way he could have done it. So in March 2020, when I tell people he didn't do it, he was drugged. Perry starts then trying to kill me, and he got caught on that too. I think we found a hitman that can kill her, and it won't be linked to us. And he knew I knew that. There's an email that says exactly that. There's 50,000 plus emails representing 50,000 plus recordings that you're looking to buy so you can destroy. Because you can't say I'm crazy. You guys wanted to tell everybody, oh, she's crazy. And it's hard to do when you keep doing exactly what I say, right? I did say Mike was drugged before that was on the docket. Months before, I said it in March 2020. They hadn't taken depositions until May that confirmed he was indeed drugged. He didn't have a bump on his head, Mr. Perry. Who do you think you're fooling? You're not all there, are you? Are we talking over your head? Muffin Man? Are we talking over your head, Geppetto? See, we got information nobody's gotten. The more Charles is in my life, the more he does to me, the more loss he causes, the longer I'm broke, and the more longer Mike's in jail, the more we get. It's been the same thing every day for 7 years. He's never getting a date. He repulses me. That's what our shrink said. He does everything she hates and nothing she likes, and then can't figure out why she didn't like him. He's a freaky Jason weirdo. I don't do peeping toms. Go into a bar, find the ugliest bitch in there, and go up and tell her what you do to me all day, and see if she'll go home with you. She'll call the cops. You'll get thrown out. You're not getting it. I'm not in love with you. You're by yourself for a reason. The things you do are illegal for a reason. Other guys don't do that for a reason. And other guys can get a date, and you in 13 years have not a chance of that in hell. Not a chance in hell. I said no. And you continue to push and push and bother, and we get more. And we get more and more and more and more to build a criminal case against you like nobody else has gotten. How do I know Calvin's name? We got Calvin's name after in March. Okay, so let me do the timeline. So I filed a police report about vandalism. Nobody saw who did this. It's probably a stalker, but we don't know that for sure. They get a key to every car I have from the dealer. They get a key to every residence I have from the hotel guy or the landlord. He does it to all his victims. I'm not the only one. Who's Monique, Charles? Who's Mary Beth? Let me go over Mary Beth. Mary Beth sometimes goes by Beth, found dumped at a lake just outside Billings. Her head was cracked in two. She's a French-Canadian woman. And Perry had put himself at that place in a conversation between Randy Reeves and I in September 15th, 2011. I just got back from Montana, And it was a comment that was random and didn't fit the rest of the conversation. Both Randy and I are like, what the fuck is that for? We didn't ask you about that. What does that have to do with anything? Didn't fit in the rest of the conversation. So why is he telling me I was just in Montana? Who's Monique to you, Charles? Who's Calvin to you, Charles? Who's the Muffin Man to you, Charles? Who's Geppetto to you, Charles? You never get the date you get told on. People don't like loss, stress, hardships, suffering, tragedy, or the people that cause it. Did you get the recordings today? You did not. You got told on. You do every day. So yesterday, he's all pushing me to go work, which he can't know what I'm doing without peeping. I have signed up for Uber Eats, Grubhub, and DoorDash, all three. How do you know which one I'm working for on any given day? But for hacking and peeping. How do you know I'm not at the mall? Or at a spa? Or at a friend's house? How do you know when I'm working and not working? The allegations, Mr. Perry, are invasion of privacy, peeping, stalking, hacking. Illegal, illegal, illegal. All. And not one date, but you get told on the more you do it to me. And you act like you have no fucking idea what I just said. Am I speaking another language or what? Yeah, you don't know fuck. So you're loony, you're, cuckoo bird like this man.
You're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army.
You're gonna
I don't give a
find
fuck.
out.
Does this make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make
Oh,
you
is that
feel?
the one that put all those scraps?
Does anybody want to date that guy? Yeah. Anybody want to date Charles? We're looking to hook him up with somebody. Since he can't get a date with me for 13 years, I've moved twice to try to get away from him, just like she did. He's a rejected failure, too fucktard to move on, like everybody else can do. We all get rejected, Charles. It's not a crime to reject somebody you don't like. You do everything I hate. Why doesn't she like me? Why doesn't she like me? Because you do everything that's disgusting and a turnoff. You're a fat, lazy pervert. You can't control yourself. You're strange, oh. You're a bizarre bore. I already know what I did all day. You sit on your fat, lazy ass and watch me work, catching your crime. And it doesn't get any easier when the bad guy comes right to you. I've gotten more than anybody you know. You act like you can't figure out what that means. I don't think you can. I think you got Huntington's disease and Alzheimer's. I think you have both. Never had to repeat myself this much, and he still didn't understand what the hell you just said. He thinks that I'm hinting at who's helping me, and I'm frustrated because he just can't figure it out. And that is as bizarre as it gets. There's no fucking way. You get anywhere near me, I'll beat the fuck out of you. I'm not going to wait to see if you have a syringe. Like you talked about in, it's like March, April. I think in March is when he first started telling people, I think I found a hitman that can kill her and it won't be linked to us. And then in April, my emails indicate, is when he had the conversation with the hitman of 2020. We're going to stage a medical emergency out at her work. She's going to help the person. When she helps him, we'll tell her that the guy has a disease. She needs a shot or she'll get it too. And the hitman said, what do I do if she won't take the shot? And he said, you make sure she takes the shot. You tell her she'll die if she doesn't. And then we'll tell everybody it was just an unfortunate allergic reaction. And she died. And her family will be okay with that. Would they? I don't think they would. But you got caught because the police told me. The guys that have the 50,000 plus recordings. And that's just what you know of, Mr. Perry. I don't type it all up. I don't have time. I'm busy. I have other things to do. So, act like you understand me. Because it really acts like you're just fucktard. You don't know what the hell people say. Like you're delusional and paranoid like Huntington's disease makes you. So there's never any effort to drop a hint to you. We all want you gone. Everybody just wants you to shut up and go away. It's like you just can't understand what people say. So what has happened is the longer he's fucking with me, the more we get. Crime he's hidden all his life. Geppetto, Muffin Man, Calvin. Yep. Who's Blankenship and Desiree? Blankenship and Desiree's names came up in a different context. So their names came up. I have their names. But it's not the same context as Calvin, Muffin Man, and Geppetto. Your little freaky Jason daycare code words, romper room. You guys are romper room, aren't you? So, anyways, what he was going to give me is a shot of like strychnine and kill me dead. Because I started finding out they killed a cop, Chief Miller. It wasn't Mike. I'm telling the Florida State's attorney, you got the wrong guy. He didn't do it. And by the way, he's a police officer. So, we've brought all that out. No one else has. I'm happy to be the one to do it. You're punishing me by causing intentional economic duress. We've duly noted that for the record over and over and over. Every day you do it, my guys are like, we'll get him on grand larceny with intent to coerce. Every time he rented that club out and took all your customers away and gave you his 5 guys with the canned food, peanuts walk in there. So when you should have gone home with about $600-$700, you walk out with 30. So he'll be charged with interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce. It's not a criminal charge if it's just tortious interference with contracts and business. That's civil. But my guys are going to do it, adding the phrase with intent to coerce. We're going to try to starve her until she feels like she has no choice but to take my bribe and lie. We just need her to apologize. So you're caught. You've never been this caught. You don't get a date. You get told on. You repulse everybody. Everybody's sick and tired of you, weirdo. So yesterday he's pushing me to go work. My guys are like, don't. You'll get it back later. We'll charge him again. You lost money again. Nobody should have to make the choice as to whether or not to be safe or to eat. I have to make that choice every fucking day. And you get no date, but you get told on. That's what happens. So his guys recorded, I've been sitting here waiting all day for her to go work. I wanted to get into her place there and look at her printer. Did you? And we found out. You're caught. You stay out of my room. You stay out of my room. When I had an apartment, we got that recording, Mr. Perry. She won't be getting a new apartment or a new car. We got that recording too. You said that. None of your business. My printer, none of your business. What I'm doing all day, none of your business. Not any of your business. You're a stalker. Stalking is a felony. You're not going to get a date with me. You repulse me. You do everything I hate and nothing I like. Women are turned off by guys like you. You're a turnoff. You're lazy. You're fat. You're a pervert. You're a peeping Tom pervert. Listen, Charles, it is illegal to peep for a reason. It is illegal to be a peeping Tom for a reason. Stalking is a crime for a reason. People don't like it when you do that, you fucktard. When you do it to me, you started getting caught. Because you've been doing that all your life. You have no control over yourself, do you? You're as weirdo as they get. And when you commit the crime against me, it changed. Everything's different. You're never going to get a date with me. You have to be normal to ride this ride, and you can't do it. No power. No impulse control. No filters that says, you can't actually do that. I'm broke. I'm going to go rob a bank. Oh, I can't actually rob the bank. That guy pissed me off. I'd like to high-five him in the face with a brick. But you can't actually high-five people in the face with a brick. We all have those filters. It becomes a joke for us because we know you can't actually really do that. But not for you. Not for you, David, Josh, Joe, and Matt. You'll go in a court of law and lie through your teeth. Or did you imagine it? Are you all delusional and you just imagine this shit? Huntington's disease causes paranoia and delusion. You did it once when you went into court and said she filed a false police report in retaliation for my job as a podunk nobody elected official. I'm like, wow, I just walked out of Harry Reid's office. He thinks he matters. He's the new guy. I helped him get elected. What difference does he make? Some little podunk. He might as well be a dog catcher to me. I lived in Vegas, bitch. I met all kinds of famous people. Partied with famous people. Worked with United States senators. Senator Ensign, Senator Harry Reid, third most powerful guy in Washington, D.C. You think you impressed me? You're off your nut. You were nothing. You were a boring little accountant until I helped you get elected. That was my job. Get him elected because we're going to use this new strategy to catch these are very bad people. doing very bad things to women and children. They're too weak to pick on men. They got little man syndrome. So they're picking on women and kids. They're pathetics, a bunch of them. They're raking it in while they starve these women to death. So we're going to get them. We're going to stop that. They're bad. These are bad people. They're hurting a lot of folks. Nobody likes loss and tragedy and problems and drama and stress. And that's all you cause. Nobody likes the people that cause all that crap. That's why it's illegal to do what you do. People don't like it when you do that. Act like you understand me when I say this crap, sir. You're never going to get a date. The longer you bother me, the more we get. Look at March 2020. So after they get caught with the hitman and crap, we're like, Perry's like, I'll give you a bribe if you lie. I'll give you whatever you want. I'm like, no, you're not going to give me whatever I want. What I want is for whatever you took, I want that back. I want it back. And I want you gone. Get Mike Neely home. Get Sensations full of paying customers since you ran everybody off. Get my family. Leave my family alone. Stop calling my kids. Stop calling my family. And telling them the next horrible thing you think you're going to do. And then jump on them if you think they leaked. Threaten them. Harass them. I want my money back and I want you out. Get the fuck out. Or we'll make it worse for you. We'll get more. They'll do it for you. They're going to flat do it for you. It's just like that. They got a criminal case against you, and that's all there is to it. That's how we know you drugged Mike. You did that murder. And they all laughed at me. They thought that was funny. But now we got Calvin's name. We got your code words. We found out you're calling around looking for the recordings. Nobody's helping you with that, are they? Look how much more we've gotten. We just need her to apologize. I wrote up a lie. She's going to read it off. No, I'm not. What planet do you live on? You're really mentally slow. We found out you hacked me and you're using you use DoorDash more than anything else. You've used Uber Eats, though. You've used them, too. To stalk me. You have your people call in and I deliver the food. They got the little doorbell camera. And then what's he do? I got pictures of you.
Scratches on your arm. You want to see the
Scratches?
Pictures?
I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures.
I can show you the pictures. I'm a stalker. Yeah, what I do is not your business. So poor guy, sat on your fat, lazy ass all day, watching me in the privacy of my home, using my body to go jack off, right? Against my will, without my consent. I waited all day, and she didn't go work. So I wanted to look at her, I wanted to illegally gain entry to her room, her residence, and go look at her printer. And so you're caught, bitch. You got caught. Because you don't have my permission to get in my home. You don't have it. No one does. You don't have my consent to have cameras in my room. Or my home. Or anywhere near me. Where it's supposed to be private. Where you have the reasonable expectation of privacy. You don't have consent to have anything in my car. Any illegal surveillance in my home or my car. You don't have my consent to hack my Dasher app. And call your people call in. Dasher told our guys the only way they can get their people, his people can get her as a delivery person is hacking. There's an algorithm. It's random. So he'll jam it up sometimes and I can't make any money. Or he's going to cause a problem when I go. Like have somebody get in my home when I'm gone. They have, my guys call me one day. They just got your bank card. And they've been recorded talking about taking your money, making you go broke. So you're going to need that bank card. You don't need it right now, but you're gonna. You need to go look. We saw them, they just walked out of your apartment with it. So go check. If it's not there, then report it stolen and get a new one. Otherwise, if you wait till you need it, you got to wait 10 days for the new one to come in the mail. So I went and looked, and sure shit, it was gone. Kind of like, go check your taillight. We recorded them talking about taking your taillight to have you pulled over. Well, my guys woke me up. Middle of the day. I worked all night dancing, so I slept till about 3. They woke me up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. When you leave, you just go get in your car and leave, right? I didn't. You don't go check your lights. Go check your lights then. They took your light out to have you pulled over. Sure as shit, it was out. You're caught when you do it to me. You're a fucktard. You're not right in the head. This guy's like, I got pictures of you because I'm a stalker.
Right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't
get
give a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
Perry says the same thing. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. We got caught again. She doesn't like me and we got caught again. Everybody, let's do the same thing all over again. Everybody, let's do it again, okay? That got us caught, told on, and I can't get a date. No one wants me. Let's do it again. Yep. Cuckoo bird. Doesn't get any more cuckoo bird than that. Cuckoo bird as it gets.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass.
When a woman moves twice and starts all over to get away from you, I'd say that's rejection. You're a fucktard. You're rejected. You're a turnoff. There's nothing about you I like. Nothing. You don't get a date, you get told on. And the more you're in my life, the longer Mike's in jail, the longer I'm broke, the more you fuck with me, the more we get. It's like you like that.
Then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't.
You're not loved. You're not wanted. You're rejected. And told on. And told on. I mean, you got to look at your results. What is your goal? 13 years, not one date, no chance of a date. I've moved twice to get away from you. I didn't want to fight. I didn't want a conflict. My part was done. Get him elected. We have a new strategy. This bitch is arrogant, grandiose thinking, like a serial killer. So we're going to use that. Because it's a big case with a lot of people and a lot of victims. It's going to take some time. Meantime, what we can do is we make him a public figure. So that the public is entitled to know what he does in his private life. So when he fucks with you or anybody else, we can make it public. And we'll just dig and dig and dig. Dig up all this crap he hid all his life. The more he does it, the more we dig. The more we bring out. When you fuck with me, everything changed. And you act like you don't know that. There's no date. Our shrink is like, he's not able to identify his legislative duties or what state he legislates in or what activities constitute a date. I believe him to be mentally retarded. I think medically he is mentally retarded. Because he never responds right to what was just said. Ever. She has to repeat herself all the time. He does display insanity. Complete nutbag insanity. But, and she used more official words, I'm paraphrasing, but he's still trying to cover everything up. So it still qualifies he still doesn't qualify for the insanity defense because he's still trying to cover things up and buy recordings and crap like that and intimidate witnesses and intimidate victims. So he's still showing consciousness of guilt. He's committing a crime and he's acting like he knows he's committing a crime. He knows what he's doing is illegal. But he does all this whack job stuff that doesn't make any sense. And he does it day after day after day. And it's like he likes getting told on and rejected. Because that's all he's gotten every day for 13 years. There's been no other results but that. Doing what you're doing. It changed when you did it to me. And you act like you can't tell? 13 years into this and I'm quoting everything you say. And you're calling around asking for who has the recordings. Nobody will tell you a fucking thing. They tell us. I didn't have any problem yesterday finding out you wanted to look at my printer. No problem at all. Or your Geppetto. Your code words, we didn't have any problem getting that. Calvin. How do I even know who you are, Calvin? It's different when you do it to me. And there's not a date. There's not a chance in hell of a date. You disgust me. If you liked women, you would do what women like, and we don't like being peeped on and starved and tormented and tortured. We don't like it. You're a turnoff. We like hot, sexy men who are busy working, have something interesting to talk about, and they don't need a lie or a cover-up. You're a sick fuck. You're never going to get a date. 13 years, you can't get a date. But you get told on and told on and told on, and you act like you have no fucking idea what I'm saying or what's happening. You don't know, do you? So that's why she thinks you're mentally retarded. I think you are too. I'm not seeing you prove different. So when he's offering me a bribe, in response to that, I said, no, I don't want your BioLi money. I don't need it. I really don't. Because I know what's about to happen to you. You're going to jail, and you're not going to bother me again. And they'll probably seize all your shit and divvy it out between your victims. And Mike Neely and I are at top of the list. So you do what you do, prissy pants. The more you take, the more you're going to owe. It's stuff called restitution and all that crap. You heard of it? You can do subsequent civil lawsuits. We're quoting judges. You go duck hunting with Judge Cummins. We go to Judge Morrissey. Judge Egan. The day before, everybody was talking about she's going to deny her order. She's going to deny her. It's illegal. She already said, quit calling the judges. You're caught. They did it anyway. Sure shit, the very next day is exactly what happened. And you think you're getting away with what? You tell me, what is it you think you're getting away with? Well, I don't know what planet you fucking live on. You're a cuckoo bird. You need to go crochet.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them, especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
I've been saying leave me the fuck alone for years. 13 years. I said no. No means no. You act like you can't understand what the hell people say. Everybody gets rejected. Everybody else moves on. You're inept. You're socially, mentally, and emotionally inept. You're a turnoff. If you liked women, you would do what women like. And you do everything that's disgusting. You make the hair on the back of people's necks stand on end. Guys, dudes. You make everybody uncomfortable. Very, very, very uncomfortable. You disgust me, Mr. Perry. Absolutely disgust me. If you liked me, you would do what I like. It's not peeping. It's not taking my money. It's not causing one problem after another. What happens when you do that? Do you get a date? 13 years? Fuck no. You'll never get a date with me, ever. There is zero chance of that. You repulse me. You repulse even prisoners. You are an alleged sex offender and a cop killer. You're not getting a date with me. Ever. But you are getting told on. People don't like the problems you cause. No one does. No one likes you creeping around on me. Or anybody else for that matter. You're creepy. You're a creepy little weirdo. Everybody's sick and tired of you. You need to shut up. We didn't ask you what you think. You don't even make sense. You're like this fuck.
Don't stalking me.
Listen to this. This guy doesn't make any sense, nor do you. You're just whack job as they get. We're all tired of dealing with it.
Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
No. Just talk.
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice, to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore.
Step
The way normal guys, normal dudes see you, Princess Prissy Pants, Cuckoo Bird, is like this guy and the guy that just said, you're not entitled to her time. You're not entitled to impose and bother and burden. You're not entitled. Fuck off. Leave her the fuck alone. That's how everybody else sees you.
Oh, no. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke.
You're a rapist. You're a sex offender. And you're a cop killer. And you're not getting a date with me, but you're getting told on. Was that your stated goal 13 years ago? Our stated goal was, we're taking down a criminal organization, and it's a big one, and it's bad, and we're going to take it down, and that's all there is to it. And so when we quote you, you did ask for that. You asked for it. You know it's different when you do it to me. You're never going to get a date. You don't want one. If you wanted one, you would stop peeping, you'd stop hacking, you'd stop taking my money, and you'd go be normal. And you can't. You can't control yourself, can you? You're pathetic and embarrassing to everybody else. When somebody says no, act like you understand them. Otherwise, everyone thinks you're mentally retarded.
To him or dress differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
That guy's been raping me.
Okay, so there's these two videos that I'm going to suggest everybody watch. The use of technology to stalk. Stalkers these days hack and peep. Especially if they have the money to afford the equipment to do that. Perry is one of those people. There's a whole bunch. Where's connecting the dots? There's a whole this one.
Hey, it's Tony Robbins.
Oh,
I got a question for you. Who wishes they invested in Tesla before electric cars started becoming the new normal?
Okay, so this is the other one. This is how our police are to handle stalking complaints. It isn't give the report to the offender. That's not what you do, Tulsa. It isn't that you let obstruction of justice and destruction of evidence just go. And then maybe another cop is killed. And then, once it becomes obvious that there's a frame up there for one of your brothers, cop family, you just do nothing. If you're being threatened, then you fucking better come talk to me about it. Because they might carry out those threats. They have to me more than once. You know, Dave is a threat to one, is a threat to all. People don't like loss, tragedy, problems. Princess, Prissy Pants, you're not the victim. Everybody gets rejected. Or everyone else can move on and find someone else. You're pathetic. I left. You embarrassed the fuck out of me. I wouldn't walk in a room with you for millions. You're a weirdo. You're creepy and you're a weirdo. And we're all sick and tired of dealing with it. And you need to shut up. No one asked you what you think. We're all tired of hearing it. Everybody's sick of hearing it. I don't want your byline money. You're going to give back what you owe me, what you took from me, my stuff. And you're going to get the fuck out of my life. And you can get Mike out or not. Or, here's the other option. It'll be done for you. It'll be fucking done for you by these guys that tell me what you just said. Geppetto, Muffin Man, Calvin. You want to look at my printer? All of that, they're going to do it for you. Fabian Puzzle guys, they'll do it for you. It's not up to you. Wasn't up to you when we got that information. It's not up to you when they pull the plug and you're done. And we're done. It would have been, you would have been in jail already, Mr. Perry, if it weren't a bigger case. You did an international crime, bitch. You're very bad people doing very bad things. And when things changed, when you do it to me, it's different. And here's Charles. Let's do it more. I can't get a date. And everyone's telling, I keep getting caught. Let's do it more. Everybody, let's do the same thing that failed yesterday. and the day before that, and last year. You're not gonna get a fucking date with me, dumbass. You disgust me. You're not gonna get a fucking date with me, dipshit. You disgust me. You're not gonna get a date with me, weirdo. You disgust me. You're an alleged sex offender. Peeping is a sex crime. You're an alleged sex offender. You don't have my consent to do that. You owe me $1,000 a day for watching me in the privacy of my home, plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent, and my kids for every day you did it to them. You're not going to get a date. Was your goal 13 years ago to be caught more than ever in your life? Because that's your results. Look at your results. What are you getting from doing what you're doing? You're a fucktard. That's why our shrink's like, he's mentally retarded. Has to be. He does the same thing every day that helps us get more evidence against him. I've never seen anybody that stupid. It's so easy, it's not even fair. So it is my belief that he's mentally retarded, severely. But not enough to use the insanity defense, because he keeps trying to cover it up. He's looking for our recordings. He wants to destroy them. Destruction of evidence is evidence in and of itself. TPD, watch this. That's what you're supposed to do with stalking complaints. Vandalism is a part of what stalkers do, she says. These are cops that are good at what they do. You need a threat management unit. Everybody's kind of... I better stop. Everybody's a little bit irritated at inept police and corrupt police nationwide. Now, you do what you want with that. If you're under threat, then come talk to me. As you can see, I'm fighting very wicked, demonic, hellacious, disgusting, mean-ass criminals, and I'm fine, am I not? I have to be careful in when I decide to go out, when I decide not to, and what I decide to do. But if you notice, every time Charles fucks with me, we get more evidence, we get more information. Geppetto, Muffin Man, we're looking for the tapes. We just need her to apologize. Can't we get her to mind us? Because we're all a bunch of country bumpkin hillbillies. And mom and dad and aunt and uncle's the same people. We still living on Noah's Ark, where everybody's stupid and backward. Yep. Go tell the Supreme Court judges, you dumb fuck that said that. Go tell them, the Supreme Court judges that are women, how women are supposed to mind you. You come tell me that to my face. You guys are so coward. You won't face me in court. Legit, legal. And you make threats and plans behind my back and you won't do it to my face. Bunch of pussy cowards. I've never seen anything like it. So TPD, do you think really? I mean, don't say you're scared of them. You feel threatened. I mean, they won't even face me in fucking court. I don't have a law degree. 5 attorneys can't handle me in court. One woman with no law degree. You got to sit around and try to make me fail. Doesn't get any more pussy than that. I don't even know what to say. It's pathetic. You don't get a date with me. You're not impressing me. You disgust me. You get told on. Look at your results. This is egregious crime, Mr. Perry, Mr. Powell, Mr. Burson, Mr. Chadwick, Calvin, and Mr. Robertson, that you would do this to this man. You just took my police report on car vandalism. Point out for me the marks on Mike Neely that looked like he was in a fight. You tried to kill him, and he didn't die. You did the same thing to me, and I didn't die. And then you did the same thing to both of us. It's a pattern. Mr. Powell, listen to me. You are not off the hook. You were told. I don't know that I can get her on the harassment right now, because I don't think that it's any accident or coincidence that that same powder that was all in the back of her trunk, because you guys got a key illegally to her car, and it's all over that room. I got to look into it more. He's going to do diligence, which you failed. Do you know Mr. Perry's legislative duties do not include stalking or murder? See, you didn't get the information, and you look like a buffoon, Mr. Powell. I know that you think you're God. I think God would beg to differ. I think that you guys love hurting people, all of you. And when you do it to me, things are changing. It's different. You got a new normal, Mr. Powell. We're all sick of you, too. People, you causing problems in Oklahoma. I moved here to get away from y'all. I hate Lubbock. I hate it. I hate what Kyle Carruth did and got away with. I hate it. I hate the whole state of Texas. I don't like anything to do with it. It's just corrupt and disgusting to everybody. And when I say people in the East, like New York and Connecticut and all those places, they think y'all are a bunch of stupid country bumpkins who are one day shy of indictment pretty much all the time. A bunch of hypocrites who stand up and say they love Jesus and thump a Bible and go around and rape and rob and steal, kill, and destroy. And I can't disagree. So I wouldn't go to Texas with a gun to my head, and you've pretty much done that. We gotta starve her back to Texas. We're a bunch of This is what a cop looks like, Mr. Perry, Mr. Powell, Mr. Burson, Mr. Robertson. That's a cop right there. That's my granddad. He didn't put up with bitches like y'all. He didn't. He had one too. The city councilman got called out on an affair with the dispatcher by my granddad. You know what he did? Cut that the fuck out. You're taking away from police business. The guy formed a committee on the city council to take over the police department. Smeared my granddad in the news. And my granddad, did he back off? Oh, fuck no. Fuck no. Never backed off, never apologized. What he did is he becomes the GOP chairman for the Republican Party. And then he became the Chaves County treasurer. And then he became a city councilman. And he helped open those museums that are bringing money in by the butt tons, Mr. Powell. And guess whose name is on the front door of that building now? My granddad. You're stupid. When you do it to me, we get more and more. They were written about in a detective magazine, Mr. Powell. That's what good cops look like. That's who raised me. TPD. That's me. That's me when I was little with my granddad. Batman cops right there. Who you don't care about victims, Mr. Powell? All you care about is lying and getting away with it. We said no to that. We said no. We're quoting you. She torpedoed my case. You didn't have a case because there was no crime. I was in compliance with the law in the state where I lived, and you knew it. We're going to send her home and harass her. And when she tells on us, we'll say she's harassing us. So guess what? Leave her alone. It looks like you're entrapping. You're coercing. It looks like you're the criminal, not her. Right? And guess who is a hero in my book? Chief Miller is a legend, as is this man right here. Point out for me, Mr. Powell, the marks on him and in his arrest report that look like he was in a fight at all. Because the arrest report says he had a red swollen right hand and a busted nose and lip from a second event. Can you read, Mr. Powell? I don't think you can. I think all of you are country bumpkin, a little bit retarded or a lot retarded. Mom and dad and aunt and uncle are the same, aren't they? I've not seen you. You haven't proven to me any other way, anything else. So this is a police officer in the line of duty injured. And another one is killed because you, Mr. Powell, did the wrong thing with information and then have tried to cover it up. We understood you were the only one that didn't know before that they were going to kill Lucky and try to kill Mike. Everyone else was in it or they knew about it. But the thing is afterwards, when you did find out, you've covered it up. Accessory after the fact. It doesn't matter what anybody else does. My guys will get you. They're running the investigation that's getting all the information like, she torpedoed my case. When you said that, Mr. Powell, I heard ya. I've gotten to learn Charles, no one cares what you think, Charles. Listen to the words I'm saying. Act like you understand me. Because right now you just act like a mental retard. Has no fucking idea what you just said. Can't reason with them. Cuckoo bird. Cuckoo bird as they come. Look at your results. What do you get doing what you're doing? There's never gonna fucking be a date, bitch. You sicken me. You're an alleged sex offender and a cop killer. We'll get you. Because you're a criminal. I don't mean get you like you mean it. I mean catch the bad guy. We'll do it. If everybody else fails, we're doing it now. If we're quoting you, Right, Geppetto? Right, Muffin Man? If we're quoting you, we're getting the bad guy now. We're already doing the work. You sit on your fat ass and watch me do the work. Type up what you just said in your little meeting. Well, you got to make me fail. Where, Mr. Powell, are the injuries on him that look like he was in a fight? He's found drugged and unconscious and in respiratory distress. They don't find a bump on his head like he is knocked out in a fight. There's a needle in his red swollen right hand. That's going to make it red and swollen. Y'all were having people. I got pictures of you. Yep, the allegations are stalking. So your pictures show that you are doing exactly what I say. Yep, you got witness statements. You have to file a police report, Mr. Powell, to get a stalking protective order. Twice, I didn't even get to go to court to ask for one. 11 times I have, and y'all have a secret ex parte meeting where I'm not even there. You have to be there to show the evidence you have. What's the harm in then letting her in court to show evidence she does not have? So when they say she can't prove it, they're full of shit. They're full of crap. And I hate it when people lie to me because it insults my intelligence. Yep. So when you do it to me, we got that. Mr. Powell, what does that say? I'm going to throw her in jail and intimidate and coerce her. Because she knows I'm a stalker. She knows I'm a sex offender, allegedly. And Mary Beth. And Monique. Who's your other victims? Name them. You know, yet you asked me who's telling. How'd you know I had to coax Mike to Pensacola? And yesterday, all day, he's typing in my phone, go work. And I'm like, you mean you want me to work like you coaxed Mike to Pensacola because you have some bullshit plan that's illegal? You're going to cause another injury? Here's the thing, Mr. Whack Job, Cuckoo Bird. People don't like problems, loss, tragedy, invasion of privacy. You invade my privacy, my guys invade yours, and we have a court order, and you don't. You are already reaping what you sow, Mr. Powell. I know you said she torpedoed my case. Do y'all have her whereabouts? Can we get Ms. Ortiz's address? Over and over and over. You got people complaining you're calling too much. They don't want to deal with it. I don't live in Texas. I hate Texas. I left. I moved twice. Nobody knew there was a problem here. I had moved twice before anybody knew Mr. Perry had a problem. And he's got a bad problem. And he can't control it. It controls him. It's a repulsive, sick, disgusting problem that repulses even prisoners. Right? And you made this guy a legend, Mr. Powell. Because when we do when they pull the plug, this guy's going home. And all your shit will be seized, and he's top of the list. He's top of the list for compensation. Restitution, Mr. Powell. What did he tell you or Josh or both of you? I think it's not a coincidence. The same powder is in her trunk, is all over that room. So I'd like to look into it more. And the next thing you know, his life blew up. And you don't get to do that, Princess Cuckoo Bird. 13 years, look at your results. Not one date. You're just told on and told on and told on and told on. And in March 2020, the reporter said, who has a law degree, by the way, had they done what she said and given it back and gotten out and said, we back up blue, we'll help this guy get home, anyone can see he couldn't have done it. We can all see that. There's no way you can look like that and beat somebody to death and hit him so hard that their head comes off their body. He did die of internal decapitation, and his hands would look like Chief Miller's face looked, and they don't. So, what did you do? What did you do? You obstructed justice again. So we're doing the work, TPD. I'm doing the work. I've got it. I'm happy to outcop you. This guy's the legend right here. So, you get no date. The reporter says, had they done that, what she said, and gotten Mike Neely home, we don't want suspicion on us at all. And she did just file a police report, and we have been there's some allegations of stalking. So to make sure there's no chance of any suspicion being on us at all, well, we're going to help him get home. We back the blue. And she's got money, and they've left her alone. There's nothing else to talk about. They're not continuing to go at her and go at her and go at her and go at her and cause one last loss after another after another after another. More evidence created and more evidence created and more evidence created. Princess Prissy Pants, you're never going to get a date with me. Wake up. Get a grip on reality. You look delusional and stupid. More by the day. Had they done what she said, and she continued to assert Chief Miller was murdered by them, even if they really did do it, we would think she was nuts. But that's not what they did. She's broke. They're clearly trying to coerce. It's clear witness tampering, clear evidence of witness tampering, clear evidence of now 4 cases of judicial impropriety and fraud upon a court and perjury. And we can't help but pretty much know they did kill Chief Miller and they framed Mike. If they didn't, they wouldn't be all over her, trying to intimidate her into a lie. We just need her to apologize and sign my letter here that I wrote, my words, not hers. Lying for me, or she'll starve to death under a bridge until she lies for me. Duly noted for the record. You've made that threat specifically. So, Mr. Powell, I mean, I've said this was sent out before I ever filed the police report. Dumbass Powell, you're fucktard. Did you get your law degree from a crack jack box? Or, I mean, everybody makes fun of you. The stuff to my car. All the time it's about my car. We're going to take her car and have it towed and sold before anybody figures out it's not legal. 5 times it's been wrecked in the 3 years after that. 5 times after this was sent. After that email was sent. 5 times in 3 years. Yep. Nobody else suspected a thing. Did it take all 4 events on 9/11 for you dipshits to figure out it was terrorism? Because we figured it out after the second plane. You guys are slow. Those are my boys. Dressing up like police for Halloween, because that's our whole family's police. I'm quoting judges here, Mr. Powell. You better watch out. You don't know who you're dealing with, but they got a lot of power, and y'all pissed them off. Look at this. Somebody's talking about it on the 17th of April. They got Judge Egan to deny her claims again. Why can they not just fuck off and leave her alone? We don't to this day have a decision as to whether or not the bond conditions you guys did for me when I said, I'm not going to lie for you. I'll stay quiet, but I have one thing. Mr. Perry can't ever contact me again. So that's provision 1 in my bond conditions. Something that Chief Miller pointed out. I've seen bond conditions. That's not what this is. This is a cover-up negotiation. This is a quid pro quo. And Mr. Powell, if you say one more time it's not a quid pro quo, I swear to God, you're going to wish you hadn't done that. Quit saying stuff that's bullshit. Everybody, you guys are insulting people's intelligence. Mr. Perry, no one cares what you think. No one asked you. You're loony and you're retarded and you don't even make sense to everybody else. You're just like Neil. Just that's how you sound to everybody else. You absolutely don't even make sense. You shut up. Look at the results you've gotten in 13 years. Not a date, not a chance of one in hell. And you're told on and we get more. And you're told on and you're caught and we get more. $25 million didn't do shit. You have no cover up. You have no chance of a date. Look at your results. Are you mentally retarded because you act like you are? It's embarrassing. We got this the day before, Mr. Powell. She did exactly what he said. They're going to deny it. And that's a mistake. So now we have no ruling. Was that bond conditions binding to Mr. Perry as a contractual agreement or not? You promised Mr. Perry to leave me the fuck alone. Comply with the law. It's just the law. You didn't do me any favors. The law says when a woman rejects you, leave her the fuck alone. You're not hot and sexy. You disgust me. You're creepy. You're weirdo. You're fucked hard. You disgust me. You don't make any sense. You embarrass me. It's appalling. You have no chance of a date with me. You're a job. You're a podunk nothing elected official. I don't care anything about it. I helped to get you elected so that when you do this criminal crap, we can talk about it. The public's entitled to know. That's the job. So while they get all of you and help all the victims, because I'm not the only one. Mr. Powell, you need to know your shit before you open your mouth. And you don't. We're going to get her house. We just need to force her, get her kicked out of her house and force her back to Texas so we can do more harm to her and get away with it in Texas because we can't in Oklahoma. Right? You're recorded. See, you didn't get the date. We got that. You didn't get the date. We got that. Calvin. We got that. Muffin Man. Geppetto. You didn't get the date. We got that. When you cause problems and loss and tragedy and stress and hardship, people don't like that. And they don't like people that cause it. They don't like you. Look at your results. 13 years, Princess. Cuckoo Bird. And this was from last night and over the weekend. You're caught. There's no date. Charles, we're all sick of hearing you talk. You shut up. Nobody asked you. You sound like crazy Neil. You'd say nothing that even makes sense. And when people try to reason with you, you act like you have no fucking idea what they just said. You fail to respond appropriately every day. You don't get a date peeping or hacking or taking money. You're getting told on more than ever in your life. 13 years of it every fucking day. The hero here in this deal, for me, is him. And him, that's my family. Police. All my life, all my family. My dad was a cop too. I gotta show. This man is a hero. This is what legends are. Right here. Right here. Speaking of which, that song that's from The Guardian, that is for Lucky and Mike. That is absolutely them to the T. And the kids of Lucky Miller deserve to know their dad died in the line of duty, not a drunken brawl. Because this guy was found unconscious and in respiratory distress. Right? With not a mark on him. Mr. Powell, I'd like you to explain that to me. How did that happen? How did he get found guilty? Why is there 4 cases where there is intentional concealment of material facts that would change the outcome of the deciding body? 5 times, I'm sorry. 5. What day is it they're going to pull the plug and you guys are in jail and you can't hurt me anymore and we'll get it all back? What day is that? Who's going to do it? No one will tell you shit. But we get information like that. Boom. Because everybody hates what you're doing. People don't like problems. They don't like drama. They don't like hardship. They don't like problems. They don't like tragedy and loss and stress. Or the people that cause it. Look at your results for 13 years. No date, no chance of a date, and we get more. The longer I'm broke, the longer Mike's in jail, the longer you're invading my privacy, we get more. Geppetto. I gotta look at her printer. I'm gonna break in her house when she's not home, which means I know it's illegal to do. Or I would do it when I would go over when she's there. Ma'am, can I look at your printer? Yeah, you're not asking my permission. You're gonna do it behind my back illegally. So you know it's crime. You know it's wrong. Right? We're quoting judges, and you're not shitting yourself yet? I don't know what to say to that. You just are not processing your information properly, are you? There's nothing about you I want, Mr. Perry. You disgust me. I have never been more disgusted with a person in my life. You're an alleged sex offender, Peepin' Tom, and you're an alleged cop killer. And cop is my family. This man is the legend right here. So you had your chance to do the right thing, and you failed. So my guys will do it for you. That's your choice. Your choice is you do it or we'll do it. There's no other choice. It's not up to you. Right, Mr. Powell, when I say you she torpedoed my case. But you got to commit a crime. There wasn't one. There wasn't one. The law said you got to file a police report if you want to get a stalking protective order. And if somebody's threatening death and false arrest, you need one. And that the threat was carried out. Everything after that is, you got to explain it. You got to explain it in your criminal case, Mr. Powell. You're not God. You're not, oh, I'm holier than thou. No, I think mostly you just piss everybody off too. I think mostly you just piss everybody the fuck off too. So, Cuckoo Bird, I get this in jail, Mr. Powell. See, them getting that to me in jail of all times, not the year before, not the year after, in jail. Fabian was the person I wanted to go out with, and your buddy, Freaky Jason Slasher serial killer, selfish, cruel, sadistic, selfish butt-in Charles Perry is just a butt-in. He's not the wanted one. He's always just the wannabe. 13 years, he's not wanted. He's told on. Look at your results. Was that your goal 13 years ago when you sat down and what was your stated goal? We just want to get caught every day. Was it that? Because that's all that's happened. People, it's never up to you. The fact that I found out you wanted to look at my printer, not up to you. Geppetto, Muffin Man, we got your code words, not up to you. Getting this, not up to you. So what I said is, I don't want your buy-a-lie money. I'm not going to apologize for anything. I would, if you get anywhere near me, I would beat the fuck out of you, Mr. Perry. There's not going to be a date. I'll beat the shit out of you. I hate your guts. Everyone does. We all hate you. People don't like stress. They don't like problems, or the people that cause them. You've got a lot of animosity built up against you. So we don't have any problem getting information. You do. We don't have leaks. You do. Look at your results. It's not up to you, Princess Cuckoo Bird. It's not. You'll never get a date with me. You do everything that disgusts me and nothing I like. You're a job. As much as I've quoted you, you can't figure out by now you're a job? Who got me that? In jail. See, it wasn't up to you. You'll give it back and you'll get out, or they'll do it for you. We'll make it worse for you. We'll keep getting more until they finally pull the plug. And that's all there is to it. I don't want your buy-lie money. I said no. There's things called restitution and subsequent civil suits and all that stuff. They whatever they do, they seize your shit and sell it, give it to your victims. Mike and I are at the top of the list. But you're not going to get a date with me. Look at your results. Mr. Perry, everybody's so tired of you talking. Shut up. Just shut up, weirdo. Just shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you what you think. We're sick of hearing it. We know you want a lie. You're not getting a lie. We know you want information. You're not getting information. We get information. You get told on and caught and told on and caught and told on and caught. Nothing else. And how many of you guys have heard me repeat myself like 1,000 times just in this one podcast? He's got Alzheimer's. He can't understand a fucking thing you say. You can't reason with a crazy person or a mentally retarded person, unless you're a special needs person, a specialist. I'm not. I'm not. I'm really good at sting ops. But I have zero patience with somebody who's slow. I can't deal with it. That's not a talent that God gave me. He gave me a talent of catching crimes no one else has done. In a way, no one else has done it. I have a team. The guys that got me that are part of the team. You don't know who they are. I've out-sting upped everybody you sent to me when I'm working in a strip club for 6 years. Nobody got me to slip up. Not once. In 6 years. Not one mistake. Perry's like, she's hinting at it. I'm not picking up on the hints and she's mad at me. Well, okay. Okay, if that's what you think, whack job. I mean, you're making everybody laugh at you. That ain't it. That is not it. We don't want you to know who they are. It's a need to know. You couldn't get me to slip up. In 6 years. There was no hints. You have bullshitted yourself so much. You actually believe your lies. You live in soap opera land. And you're bothering us with it. You sicken me. And you're bothering me with your creepy problem. And the more you do, the more we get. The longer I'm broke, the longer Mike's in jail, the longer you invade my privacy, the more we have gotten. Calvin. Geppetto. Want to look at her printer. Over, and we just needed to apologize. She can't get her to mind us. We need to get her back to Texas. We can do more to her. Our mom and dad and our aunt and uncle is the same. We're all bunches of fucktards. I'm quoting judges, Princess Cuckoo Bird. Look at your results. 13 years. No date, no cover-up. And you never shut up. You need to shut up. We're sick of hearing it. Everybody's sick of hearing it. Nobody asked you what you think or how you feel or what you want. We're all tired of hearing that. There's not going to be a conversation because you don't make sense. And you act like you have no fucking idea what people are saying to you, or you're not able to process the situation that you're in. You're not processing it right. You look like a fucktard. You look like a cuckoo bird. And you have no idea, do you? So, I'm done. But look at your results over the past 13 years. When you bother me, everything changed. We get more and more and more and more and more than you. Nobody's gotten as much as we have. And you act like you have no fucking idea what that means. Are we talking over your heads, fucktard? Are we talking over your head, fucktard? Look at your results. I hate your guts. You're not getting a date. You don't even want one. You do everything that disgusts me. You don't do everything somebody hates and then go, why don't they like me? People do not like problems. They do not like drama. They do not like loss. They do not like tragedy. And they don't like stress or the people that cause all that. We don't have problems getting information. You can't get it. How many times, guys, have I said that just in this one podcast? He's got Alzheimer's. No, he doesn't. I'm having to say the same thing over and over and over, and it's not clicking for him. Doesn't click for you, does it? I'm not a special needs teacher, sir. I don't have that gift. I can out-sting up anybody. That's my gift. Having courage and being able to stay focused on next step in the process. Even though you've ripped up my life, you don't see me all, did you want me to cry? I'm broke. I lost my house. Did you want me to cry? Yeah, you don't see that. How do I do that? I have a gift. I have a gift of staying focused on the goal. Stay focused on the goal. Next step in the process. I'll get it all back when he's in jail. So, keep going. So, quit disturbing everybody with your creepy problem, sir. And then maybe you won't get told on so much. Quit being an asshole and a dick. And stop taking everything that's important to people. And then maybe you'll get some cooperation. But you're not going to fucking get a date. You have zero chance of that. You don't matter to me. You're a job. You ought to know that. As much as we've quoted you. Right? This is the bond conditions I was talking about. The first provision says he's not supposed to contact me. That text I showed was a quote of somebody talking about on April 17th, 2018. They called that judge and had her dismiss Cynthia's lawsuit again. And again. They think nobody's going to suspect a thing. Well, the next day, sure shit, she did exactly what that guy said. Everybody was talking about it the day before. She was supposed to decide, is this a binding contract on Mr. Perry? And did he breach it? Because I'm in duress. In Oklahoma, a contract is not, valid or binding to the person who's under duress. Well, this was jail. Lucky looked at this and said, this to me doesn't look like bond conditions. I've seen bond conditions. You know what this looks like to me? A cover-up negotiation. It is a quid pro quo, Mr. Powell. Stop bullshitting everybody. Every sick of hearing that. You guys talk to everybody else like you think they're stupid. And it insults their intelligence. So before you open your mouth again, Mr. Powell, please note for the record, everybody's getting irritated with you doing that. People aren't stupid, as it turns out. Your buddy, Perry, is as whack job cuckoo bird as they get. He needs to be in the butterfly net. So, okay. So I'm done for today. But I'm going to ask you again, cease and desist all contact with me, Mr. Perry. You don't have my consent to peep. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. You don't have a choice. They'll do it for you. And you won't like it. If we get what you just said and you don't like that, you're not going to like it when they pull the plug. If they have to do it for you. Just fuck off. No one wants to hear what you have to say. We didn't ask you. We told you to fuck off, didn't we? Shut up and go away. Do you understand what people say? I don't know. I don't think you do. I think you're just, like the shrink said, severely mentally ill, severely mentally retarded. And you need somebody, but not enough to use the insanity defense. You're pathetic. So, see, if it's not legal, stop doing it.